this type of men when you wanakuanga na hii mentality ya eti juu nimekubaya drink lazima nikuteke, juu nimekubaya drink lazima tuende kwangu. Ati form ni gani? Situishi hivi kwangu wewe, cut the crap.
But I'm trying to have some good time.
Wait, actually talking to a friend and then ananiambia there's something about toxic men. There's something about toxic men. Eti yeye anapenda toxic men, and I'm like, what are you saying, girl?
Well, I don't know, people are built different. I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend?
Okay. So the girlfriend like ni mtu mwenye anapenda toxic men. Like she's beautiful. She gets a lot of men.
Okay.
Wenye wako ready to provide, you know, working class nini. But unapata yeye, she's running. Instead of going towards them, she's running away from them.
We can deal with toxic partners, but when it comes to a toxic working environment, you have toxic bosses. Man, this is where you're getting your source of income, but the place is draining you mentally.
Pressure of trying to make it, you know, in this economy, current economy.
Kama hujajipanga, ni ngori actually, ni ngori. And then unajipata in a situation where your friends are progressing. Your friends, they're making steps, and then there's you. Uko tu Mungu nilikosea wapi, my God. Things are not moving in my life. You keep on
saying mwaka ni mwaka wetu,
mwaka. I know it's hard to say this, but not everyone will make it.
Yeah.
That's the
sad truth.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Amy Asks, where curiosity leads to a real conversation. It's your girl Amy, and I'm so excited to have you here for episode 2 of Amy Asks. First things first, I want to say thank you for the love that you showed on our first episode. It was amazing, the comments, the messages. Don't forgetting about the subscription. We started off at 2 and now we're almost hitting 100. Thank you so much for those who subscribed. If you didn't subscribe, make sure that you hit the red button and subscribe. So today we have a new face in the studio. I'll let my guest introduce himself. Atuambie yeye ni nani, kama atakuwa anakuja ama it's just for today.
Well, it's definitely just not for today. And in the house, it's full vibes in the house. My name, of course, you know the vibes, right?
Yeah.
So my name is Charlie. Presenter Charlie is my stage name. I do a lot of stuffs. I wear many hats. First of all, I'm a digital journalist. Yes, I'm an online digital journalist. The second of all, I am a front desk host at a 5-star hotel here in Westlands.
Okay. Utuinvite tata.
Yeah. You should pass by. You should pass by.
I will.
Yes. So yes, and also a chef in the making. You know. There's so much things that you don't know.
So many things.
Yes.
Yeah. So Charlie, how are you?
I'm fine.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
A hot one.
I know. How is everything?
Everything is fine.
How
on
is
your end,
work?
I'm seeing you're glowing. Oh my God, you guys are not seeing Amy.
Kupendwa vizuri nini?
Siri na kupendwa vizuri. I didn't even know.
Yeah, you too, you look good.
You look good. You look like you've packed an hurry up with a basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is life? How is work? Everything?
Well, at this point in life, na economy ya Ruto, let's just say I cannot complain.
Economy ya Ruto, and the way you're looking,
girl.
saying otherwise.
Well, work is okay. Okay-ish. Yes, and then life is okay. Everything is adding up. We are pushing on as usual, you know. That is the only way. There is no any other way.
To be honest, I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm so happy that you have me here also.
Okay, without wasting more time, Charlie, today's topics are epic.
And we are more than very ready. So, tuanze.
Okay, so first thing, we need to talk about toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic partners, toxic working environment, toxic parents, everything toxic. And people tend to focus so much on toxic relationship. No one actually talks about toxic friends and toxic working environment. So Charlie, ebu ni show, what comes to your mind when you hear someone telling you about toxic relationship or a toxic friend?
Well, we all know how toxic relationships are. You know, sometimes you find that where like the other party, you know, you contribute too much, you know, you invest your feelings, you know, your funds and a lot of stuff, and then what you get in return is not what you anticipating for.
Right?
So
and you know, I was actually talking to a friend, and then ananiambia, there's something about toxic men. There's something about toxic men. Eti yeye anapenda toxic men. And I'm like, what are you saying, girl? What are you saying? You love toxic men. So maybe pia nyinyi mnasemanga eti girls love it when we're toxic.
Well, I don't know, people are built different. Kuna ule mse wenye like mimi nikiwa sasa na dem nitapenda dem yangu akwe clingy in a way that like hata tukiwa away from like apart from each other for long, and I feel the gap, you know. Like si kama wase wengine niko na beshte, I have a like a girlfriend.
Yeah,
girlfriend.
So, okay.
So the girlfriend like ni mtu mwenye anapenda toxic men. Ukiangalia like she's beautiful. She gets a lot of men wenye wako ready to provide, you know, working class nini, but unapata yeye she's running, instead of going towards them, she's running away from them. Anapenda wale wase wenye wako toxic,
like she's attracted to toxic men.
Yes, mtu mwenye reply text haraka, mtu yuko clingy. It's too much.
Okay, so let me get this clear. When I talk about toxic, to you, who is a toxic girl to you? Like you can just brief a few characteristics za wasichana wenye ni toxic.
Well, for me, a toxic girl,
because necessarily toxic doesn't mean ni eti ni mtu mwenye anakupiga. It can be someone who is messing up with your mental health, someone who is not giving you peace.
Someone is not giving you peace. Someone is not like owning up to maybe responsibilities, and then bado pia si responsibilities, like to expectations. You know, we all have expectations. Nikikuja kwako and then nakukatia, you know, I have expectations. Me and you are dating, like I have expectations from you, and you also have expectations from me. You see, so these are the things tukiangalia.
Okay, so like nikuulize, in a case where you're a man, right? Umeenda umecheat. You expect to come back to your girlfriend and amejua umecheat na unataka a behave as if nothing has happened. Do you think that is toxic to you? Ama toxic ni tu ule mwanaume mwenye anapiga dem?
Well, I feel like that is partly toxic. Lakini pia tukiangalia vizuri, well, okay, I won't come and act like I want everything is equal the same. And I'm just from cheating. But man is to error. I feel like we need to understand each other. Man is to error. No one is perfect.
What is your advice on someone who is in a toxic relationship? Maybe like the guy or the woman, you know, sometimes we tend to focus on the man side and we don't talk about the ladies. You know, some ladies are toxic out here. Utakana dem, munagombana, amegonganisha simu yako, amegonganisha glass, amevunja TV. You know, that is toxic. Should they stay? Maybe the man will change, the girl will change, or what? What do you think?
Stay. No one will change. Funga your chapter. Funga your kitabu. Go home. Go back to your parents. Bro, that chile won't change. When mtu ako toxic, ako tu toxic.
Ingine inakuanga tu kwa damu naturally.
So ni ngumu kuchange mtu akiwa toxic.
Okay, now let's go to toxic working environment. Toxic working. Nikao kwa experience. I need to hear.
Like very sudden, very like.
You know, we can deal with toxic parents, not toxic parents, toxic partners, but when it comes to a toxic working environment, you have toxic bosses, toxic colleagues. Like Man, this is where you're getting your source of income, but the place is draining you mentally. The place is messing up with your mental health. You don't have peace. You get?
Yeah.
Hebu give me those nini.
It's crazy, you know, coming to figure out or coming to think about, you know, the most of the time in your life you spend like most of the like 90% of your time is spent at work.
Yeah.
Because like someone like me who is working in hospitality, you know, there's a lot, you know, you usually just most of the time you're usually at work. Utapata you have a day off ama two, ama maybe kama umeenda vacation.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like hiyo place haifai kuwa toxic. It's too much when, you know, you have a colleague mwenye tu huwa anaangalia looking forward to your downfall.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like even someone can plant something on you just to, you know, to throw you under the bush, you know, and, you know, save their skin.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
It happens, I know. But now, how do you, like, how do I say this? How do I say this? Like, how do you avoid the toxic colleagues at work?
Well,
you know, they are there. Let's wako tu hapo, like mtu wako tu hapo una work na yeye, and let's just say you've signed a contract na ni permanent. You're like, oh my god, I'm going to deal with this person the whole damn time. So like, how do you, like, you know?
Well, you find that you're on a 9-hour shift with someone that is so toxic. And in between you know, there's just that toxic energy. And, you know, like even productivity a job, utapata iko 100%. Because, you know, when you're working, kuna kuanga na ile teamwork, which is usually like everything, you know, teamwork ndio ina bring up hata kama ni company.
Yes.
You know, so for me, it's tricky. Si mchezo. You know, like I don't even have the energy to speak about it.
And then there's that colleague who is always on your case.
Always on your neck.
Always on your
neck.
Case. And then you're like, brav, nini sasa?
Get alive.
Get yourself alive. Uko kwa maisha yangu sana.
And you're wondering, you've never wronged this person. And this person is usually like personal, kwako, too personal on you. If like anything imefanyika, any mistake imefanyika, you.
Charlie.
You.
It's Charlie. Let me just say, like, there was a place, nilikuwa attachment. I don't want to mention the company or where.
It's crazy.
Damn. A certain madam was always on my case. Emily kidogo tu amechelewa. Email. You're like, chill. Nimechelewa with like 5 to 10 minutes. Nini shida? And this madam was always on my case. And then he was looking out on the small mistakes that I'm doing. Not forgetting that bado niko attachment. Nimekuja hapa kulearn. The madam was on my case hivi nimefanya mistake ako hapo yelling. Ame yell hadi uko like, where attachment itaisha? Is it 3 months zitaisha? Some people are just toxic. Some people are so toxic hadi uko like, tunatafutana nini? I'm way more younger than you.
Exactly.
Nini tunatafutana? Why are you on my case this bad? I
feel ni wivu. Jona ako like, you know, you're aware she was not like akiwa yo age yako ako kuwa hapo mali uko. So most of them ni wivu tu.
Honestly, let these bosses give these interns and these attaches a break.
Yeah. True.
For real. Cause one thing, umekuja kulearn pale, you're fresh from campus. Ujai work mahali.
Exactly.
Kwanza unaingia ngapo unapigwa na dressing code. Monday to Thursday you need to be official.
Yeah.
Elegant.
Up to standard.
And then umetoka campus pale unavaa jeans. Unakuja kuvaa jeans wapi? On Monday? Hey. And then this person like hakudirect vile inafaa. Unajua kuna vile you're supposed to direct me vizuri pole I learn. Unakuja kunielia. Madam, give me a break.
Ordering people around.
Oh, yes. Bossing people around. Talk about crazy. These people like mimi na wewe tuko on the same level and you're bossing up everyone. Know your salary. Unalipwa nini? Wewe ni manager. No, this toxic, no. They need to give us a break.
I feel like this should just go straight up to those toxic colleagues. They know themselves. You guys know yourselves. Whenever you're working in an organization or company, then you're toxic, manze, just refrain from us.
Us a break. Give people a break. Let's talk about toxic parents. What actually comes to your mind when you hear about a toxic parent?
Wow. Like wewe lazima usomee udaktari. Because that topic has been like everywhere. You know, like parents have these expectations. You know, they are expecting you to be this person the imaginary person that they have in their head. So mtu wako like wewe lazima usomee udaktari. Kwetu tunatoa madaktari. Wewe lazima usomee udaktari. You know, letting alone or even forgetting that kila mtu ako na path yake. Unaweza kuwa ni daktari.
And we have dreams too.
Exactly. So everyone has their own dream. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own path. Tafadhali wazazi, tuacheni tufanye.
I was just scrolling my TikTok and then nikapatana na a certain video a lady had posted asking people even in the next life, would you still choose your parent to be your parent? Hey! Naingia comment section, I'm like, kwani wazazi wenu ni kina nani? You don't like your parents this much? Maybe even in my next life I wouldn't want my parent to be my parent. I'm like, kwani, is this how much you hate your parents? Kwani how bad is the situation?
It's crazy.
And you know, kuna how parents wenye they don't understand that kuna ile age unafika and then you have to make decisions for your own.
Individually.
So like they're like, Charlie, you have to do this and this and this.
Exactly.
And you will have to do it as long as you're living under my roof.
Yes.
Bruv, follow my rules ama
toka.
Like
kutoka is always the best option. It's always the best option. It's always the best option.
Yeah, you'll see so many people. Mtu anauliza nitamaliza shule lini ni move out. You know, that's the toxicity. And there's just a certain toxicity that it's normally between a parent and a child. I don't know. Kwanza kama unaishi na mama yako. Yay.
Si mchezo.
That woman will make you sweat. Tuseme kwanza uko hapo umemaliza shule na una kazi. Ako tu on your case all the time. And maybe comparing you, watoto wa sijui fulani wa fulani wako hivi, watoto sijui wa nani wako hivi,
wako place fulani, wewe uko wapi, uko aje.
It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. So unapata many a times ukiangalia mabeshte wako ama like friends or people, you know, around you, people you may know, unapata someone who chose to do something that they were willing to do from the start. They usually flourish. Unapata kama msee aliamua mimi nataka kuwa actor, they make it
because you're doing it out of passion, you're doing something that you love. Nobody forced you. Enda uvae magaun, dunga watu harufu ya madawa, like engineer. It's not easy. Big topics.
It's not easy.
Big topics.
Yeah, exactly. And then now, like when you're looking at them, you know, you're asking yourself, where am I? So that's where the pressure comes in. You know, pressure of, you know, trying to make it.
I know. Kwanza hapo kwa pressure of trying to make it. Let's talk about your pressure trying to make it. Yeah. You see, unaangalia your age is actually moving. Miaka zinasonga, unajua hatuzeeki after all. Every birthday it's a +1.
Yeah.
Every birthday it's a +1. And then unajaribu kuangalia, man, sijafika mahali nilikuwa nataka, bado nangangana, maybe bado sijapata job, maybe bado sijajua what I'm supposed to do, what I can do better. Unaona, hiyo pressure inakuwa like it's too much. It's actually nitaiweka aje, like unezara cheesy.
Actually, you should place in their pressure of trying to make it, you know, in this economy, current economy.
Kama hujajipanga ni ngori actually ni ngori. And then unajipata in a situation where your friends are progressing, your friends, they're making steps, and then there's you uko tu Mungu nilikosea wapi, my God. Things are not moving in my life. You keep on saying
mwaka ni mwaka wetu,
mwaka ni wakufosi,
and it just goes by, passes, the next year in
like wewe uko tu like, and then come to think about it, like unaona hiyo time yenye unakuangana a lot of pressure, ndio unaonanga ni kama vitu hazisongi, ni kama things are not going your way. And when you look at your friends there, bishta yangu pale ameenda UK, beshte yangu pale amefungua kampuni, beshte yangu sijui pale amepandishwa cheo, chali uko hapo umetuma CV left right and center left right and center. Huna otherwise unatuma tu ukiamka, na nilisikia mambo ni consistency. Ukiamka tu ni CV. I hope this email finds you well. I hope this email finds you and nothing is actually happening. Haupati hata regret. Uko tu like, Mungu mimi nilikosea wapi? Things are not moving my way. And come to think of it like this, unajua, I know it's hard to say this, but not everyone will make it.
Yeah,
that's the
sad truth.
Not everyone will be rich.
Not everyone.
Wengine tu umeambiwa tu maybe kuja tu sindikize hawa,
kuja push hawa.
And pale tukigrow pale in high school campus unaambiwa so many mtapata kazi, huku nje kuna kazi so many mkwe madaktari, mkwe nini.
Where are the jobs?
Tumesoma, and where are the jobs? Literally. Where are the jobs actually? Tumekaa tu, kazi ziko wapi?
Then people are tamaking outside here.
Tamaking is real. Yay! Ushitamak. And then umetoka kwanza umemaliza campus.
You're so fresh.
You're fresh from campus with zero experience. Then unapatana pale HR anasema nataka 5 to 8 years of experience. Where do you expect me to get those 8 years of experience?
Employ me to get the experience.
Where do you expect me to get those 8 years of experience? Unaitwa interview and then you're there. Okay, now tell us about your work experience. Brav. Then nimemaliza shule. That's wapi experience. And then there's a certain expectations that parents normally have.
Yeah.
So parents kwa akili yake ako like, nimefundisha huyu mtoto primary school, high school, campus, I expect them to be somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't get the struggles that we go through them huku chini.
They don't know.
Mimi sina connection, ni God tu.
Yeah.
Alafu nimemaliza shule, niko huku nje na tama.
Niko fresh.
You expect me to be something that umenisomesha.
Well, it comes at least, but usually kwangi hivyo tu haraka, just as a snap, unamaliza, you get a good job, you get a good pay.
It doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen like that.
Those are parents' expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
They have certain expectations. They're like, msichana, kijana, atamaliza shule, aende apate kazi, afanye 1, 2, 3, hakuja atujengee nyumba, hakuje atutumiange pesa. And like, I think sometimes these parents give their children's pressure.
Yeah, true.
Like, nimemaliza sawa ndio nimepata kazi. I'm trying to find myself.
Yes.
Ndio najaribu kujitafuta. And then you're here expecting me to,
I know.
High-five kuko hivyo. At times I feel like parents should at least give their children a break. A break and a little support.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to say this, but if I'm being supported by my parent and I have a friend who is not being supported by their parent, yeye anangangana from scratch,
on their own,
these two people will not be in the same category.
Yeah, exactly.
Wewe unakwama kidogo and you're like, oh, my parents can like push me to a certain level. Mwingine ako like, man,
akikwama ni yeye tu.
Nikikwama ni mimi, and maybe the parents back at home are looking at me.
At you also. So
where will I start? Unaona, these two people, like, moja kona pressure ya, family back at home. Maybe you have children, maybe you have siblings that unafaa usomeshe. The parents are looking up for you. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find a life. You see? And then there's this other one mwenye ako focus on just trying to find myself and what I can do. Do you think these two people will ever be the same?
Can never be the same. Kwanza there's this thing, unapata, I think this is more of an African thing, like African ndio kuna hiyo, you have to go out, be better than your parents, come back home, help them, nini. But ukiangalia place kama Maju, like unapata mtu ako 22, they have their own car, they are starting their own family.
True.
It's because when they moved out, when they came out from the family ama their house, alikuwa na ile mentality ya let me build myself.
True.
And that's why sio wanakuwa wametushinda kabisa. Akitoka nje anajibuild, by the time anafikiria kuhelp wazazi wake or anything, and then pia wazazi wa Maju, like they usually have their wako na hii mentality ya you go do your thing. And that's why I was saying come to Shinda by far.
Go do what makes your heart happy.
Yes.
Follow your dreams.
Exactly.
And then ukoku Charlie ameambiwa utakuwa daktari. Charlie ameenda pale na ametumia ChatGPT miaka 2-3 kimemshinda. That's why you find some people just defer. Umeenda college umedefer mwaka ya kwanza, umedefer. You end up changing a course. Like unajipata umekaa shule for more than 10 years.
Niko na cousin,
something that you never planned for.
I have a cousin mwenye I do a whole course until kufika for the year ndio alikuja sasa akakam to a realization that you know what, this is not my thing. You can imagine all those years like first year, second year, hadi fourth year ndio sasa ikabidi like amedefer and then changing to another course, something totally different.
So like
pull back.
Alianza from zero.
From scratch.
Alianza
pull back.
And then don't forget umekuwa ukitumia school fees. Na kwanza school fees sasa in this economy they are crazy.
School fees na the times ukiwa uni, the times umeinama, the times you
talk about kuinama. Guys, if you have a friend or a brother or a cousin, a relative in campus,
check on them.
Akikupigia tu simu just kopa hiyo 100 mtumie.
Yeah, and you also need to check on them.
Wanainama huku vibaya sana.
Exactly.
And another thing ni pressure. Have you ever been in a certain circle like we've grown together, tumelelewa pamoja Charlie, tumegrow pamoja, and then unapata Charlie is progressing, Frida is progressing, Lydia is progressing, how what if they are progressing, and then there is Emily
ako tu
yuko tu mimi najaribu kuangalia what they are making steps in life, and then there is me. It's like nothing is happening.
Ukiuliza wanasema ni God. Nothing is happening. We uko tu unajua pia hiyo inakupeanga certain pressure. Uko tu like God, kwani where did I ever go wrong? Why is it that my life is not moving? It's like my life iko na full stop. This life, I don't want to say this life no balance, because we all gonna figure out how to make it. Well, don't kill yourself with pressure.
And one thing is that penye imefika, I believe ukiendelea kuweka your mentality to 9 to 5 siko baya, but you will die poor. Endelea tu kuweka mentality yako to 8 to 5, mshahara ndio hiyo kasongo anaideduct vibaya sana. Sijui NHIF, sijui SHA, sijui KRA, sijui what percentage of your salary, sijui nini. And there's someone mwenye akona biashara pale kando, you see?
Ana flourish vibaya sana. Wona ngangana hapo na 8 to 5. Ni 8 to 5 ama ni inakuanga 9 to 5? 9 to 5. Because no one speaks about 9 to 5. You know, like wase wananga, you know, at least you have a job. Like 9 to 5 is messing people's minds.
Let's talk about this 9 to 5 thing. 9 you're supposed to be there, unakaa hapo hadi 5.
Hata saa zingine kwangi 5. Sometimes you even go like extend for 2 hours and no one gives that time back to you. Na depend.
Utaitwa wapi? Nani atarudisha hiyo time? Okay, let's talk about what is it called? Let's talk about no strings attached. Let's talk about one night stand. Let's talk about banging a body kwa club.
Yo.
And talking about banging a body kwa club, what is normally wrong with these dudes? Tumepatana kwa club, umenibaya drink moja mbili, unataka kuniteka. What is wrong with you?
But I'm trying to have some good time.
Wait.
I'm trying to have some good time.
Let me get this clear. Charlie, umenibaya drink moja, unataka kuniteka juu ya drink? This type of men wenye wanakuanga na hii mentality ya eti juu nimekubaya drink lazima nikuteke. Juu nimekubaya drink lazima tuende kwangu. Form ni gani? Situishi hivi kwangu. Wewe cut the crap. Nini hizi ni mawat?
But coming to the club, like, you know, you wanted to, you know, get away from a lot of stuffs. Unataka ku relax for a minute, find someone. But there watu wengi kwa mentality, you know, when I'm going to the club, I'm definitely going to find someone that we're going to click with at tutaenda naye home.
But the thing is, why don't you make things clear? We are grown-ups. Come on, make things clear. Kama umekuja umenipata, I'm chilling with my friends maybe, and then you're like, oh guys, can I get you a drink? Can I join your table? Fine, come. And then we're like, okay, you can join us. Then kidogo kidogo ako like, waiter tuletee hii na hii na hii na hii. Then few hours later, unataka kuniteka. Were you clear? Ulikuwa clear on the beginning that nikikubaya drink lazima tuende na wewe home.
But you said we are grown-ups, right?
Yes.
Sema we are grown-ups.
But I think we should be clear. I think you should be clear. Like, Charlie, umenipata. Me, I'm chilling with my friends. Sijakwambia sina pesa ya kubuy drinks. Umekuja umenibaya Gilbis moja kwanza hata ni kali.
Nikaofa.
Umenibaya Gilbis kali. Mimi ni dem. Unataka kuniteka jua Gilbis?
Wakati hiyo story.
Doesn't go like that. It doesn't go like that. I feel like, but you know, I was talking to a friend and then he was like, eti mbono nakubali drink. Eti mimi. And then now a friend was giving me a story and then he was like, it's a he. And then he was like, weekend nilienda place flani to have a drink or two with my friend, and then a guy came kwa table yao and the guy was like, can I join you? They were like, sure, no problem, it's a guy. So ni sawa. So the guy joined their table. So vile alijoin kwa table yao walikuwa na kunywa, I think a beer, walikuwa na kunywa beer. So the guy was like, simpewe zingine on my bill. Then the guy was like, bro, what is your intentions? Sini machali, sini mandume bana. Unataka kutuchipo. And then the guy was telling me I said no. And I was like, why did you say no? I was like, muko wawili ako peke yake. What's the worst that angewafanya nini?
Maybe pia alikuwa tatu ku make friends.
Then he was like, no, you don't expect me to just accept a drink kwa club juu umekuja umenipata na kunywa beer. It doesn't mean that sina pesa kununua hiyo beer number 1.
It's another nigga.
And then it's a nigga. And I was like, so you just ended up kukata hizo drinks. Ako like, tulikaa hapo, tukakaa and then nikaendelea kumsoma and like, he looked good. Like, he was just a guy mwenye alikuwa anataka company. So after kujua the motive of what the guy wanted, so he was like, fine, you can now get us the drinks. So he was telling me, eti before tuende huku nje tukubali drinks na mtu anataka kututeka, tukatae, he should be thinking about it first.
Yeah, true.
But honestly, hao wanaume wenye wanatakanga is the same men wenye wanatakanga mtu amekubaia pale 3 pizza KFC anataka kuku. The fuck? It I gave you everything. You gave me everything ni chipo na kuku. Wewe wacha.
Unajua hata si drinks peke yake. But then there's a clip niliona. I feel like my bouncers should be stopped. These guys should be stopped. Ushaona bouncer kislap mtu?
Ati?
Ushaona bouncer kislap mtu?
I know, I heard of a certain story like that.
I saw the other day, I saw a clip. 2 grown-ups, a nigga and you know the chile. They were having fun and then fun ikakuwa too much.
Yeah.
You know, they excuse themselves. At least wakuwa wanafanya anything kwa club mbele watu wakiona. So they excuse themselves. Do you know where they went to? Kwa washroom.
And
Kwa washroom. So like video tukiona the first time, it was this, you know, this I think ni kama mtu alikuja akasema kuna wase wawili wana bank kwa washroom. So this guy huyu bouncer akakuja mbio aka find their way in. Tell me, and I walk into someone like people wakibang. Sijui mbona alianza kupiga huyu boys. Like, and I'm wondering,
we're
like,
just having a good time. What do you mean you're hitting me?
At least we excused ourselves. Tukatoka like kwa crowd, tukaenda kwa washroom. Okay, see, I'm not justifying that, you know.
It's a good thing or it's a bad thing.
But you know, like, we are drunk. You know, when you're drunk, you don't like have full control of whatever is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So me, I feel like that is a place where we feel like that is a safe place.
Talk of eti, when you drunk, you don't have a control of what you're doing. You know, so many people normally use that as an excuse. Eti, oh, I was drunk, so I kissed him. Eti, oh, I was drunk, I insulted you. Oh, I was drunk, so I did this. You knew what you were doing. No one can convince me that they did something because they were drunk. You actually wanted to do it, and it's something that has been in your head all along. si eti chali simply because I'm drunk
I did this and
I
this.
did this. You know, people normally drink and go confessing their love. Oh, and then ukikatalia uko mimi hata sikusema hivyo. I was drunk. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. Stop accusing alcohol.
Hapo ndio story sasa ya one night stand inaingililia.
One night stand. Let's talk about one night stand. Umeenda umepatana na mse, umembangwa club, yeah. And then umeenda, you guys were drunk, right?
Yeah, true.
You had your good time. Asubuhi, you're still sleeping. You're making me breakfast.
Well, okay.
You're making me breakfast. The next thing is, what are we? What do you mean, what are we?
We just
what
met.
Do you mean?
I feel like kuna watu wanafaa wa slow their pace, to be very honest. Hakuna mwenye we'll just meet like tumemit the other night.
Exactly.
And then you're waking up in the morning and asking me, what are we? That's crazy.
What are we? We're human beings.
Do you even know my second name?
Of course you know. And you'll find most of the time hata aujui jina yangu tunaitana bebe. Ama by the way, we're human beings and of course I'm a girl and you're man.
Exactly.
What do you mean, who are we? Like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, and pia historia eti tumepatana, we are friends, and now you want to spoil the friends thing with saying we should be having a good time. We should be going an extra mile, but no strings attached. Mwenye anakujanga na hiyo kitu ya no strings attached ndo anaenda is the person when you end up kuku attached. Do you know that?
Yes, and you wanna fall.
Mwenye anakuanga like mimi I cannot be attached. Eti mimi sijui nini. Wewe nini?
I feel like it's just a matter of people wanting to be cool, to seem cool, you know, like we can bang.
Seem cool how?
We can bang.
I feel if we are friends, let it remain friends. Usijaribu kuharibu.
Kuna pia wenye na escape responsibilities na
in the friends
thing. In the friends
with
thing,
benefits.
yes. An escape like into an escape responsibilities. An escape nini ingine like accountability, commitments. You know, there's a lot of people on your pendies on a commitment. You know, we'll be talking each and every time.
So we'll be friends with benefits, no strings attached. And it's my time that I'm wasting. Miaka inasonga, we're no longer 10, we're no longer
true.
20.
Exactly.
Every birthday vile nimesema you're turning, it's a plus.
Yeah.
Then uko hapo unanileta upuzie.
No strings attached.
We're not in campus. Charlie, history yetu ya one night stand, no strings attached. I think inataka time mingi. So unaona?
Yeah.
Time yenye hatuna. So kama wewe, you as Charlie, ni nini unaweza ambia youths out there about the whole thing that we've discussed today?
Well, kama youth, me, what I can say, well, put your heads up. Do what you can do. Do it to a level that you trust, you know, to a level that you feel like, you know, right now I can feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Usifanye kitu because of someone, you know, na pia, guys, there's love outside here, so so just find love, you know. That toxic person is just not your person. Yeah. So just set yourself and find someone.
Yeah. Set your priorities right.
Exactly. Yeah. So and nasema nini niwaambie nini?
Niwaambie hata mali wanaweza kupata on social media.
Actually, so mali mnaweza nipata social media. Like I said, my stage name ni Presenter Charlie on all social platforms. Instagram Presenter Charlie, YouTube Presenter Charlie, TikTok Presenter Charlie. I do a lot of TikToks. I do a lot of content creation. I do a lot of, you know, online media. You know, my interview nini. Yes. So
Wambie pia wa subscribe. Amy asks.
And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Kwa Amy asks.
Yeah, and guys,
she's an amazing lady. She's doing a lot. Nana glow, but Nana makeup. Guys, Amy is glowing Nana makeup. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure to be here. I've enjoyed and the topics
tuambie watu unawaambia bado watakuona how next time you won't be a guest anymore.
Exactly. Bado I'll be coming more often. We'll be meeting in this space more often.
Alafu guys, we need to get those topics. You can send them to all the social media platform. Utatuma wapi by the way? Watume kwa email. No, not email. Watume kwa TikTok. You can DM TikTok, Instagram. If you
Ata
have my
YouTube.
number, WhatsApp. Ata YouTube, you can
comment.
drop kwa comment section. My TikTok, Emily Mwikali. Instagram, Emily Mwikali. Twitter, kila mahali, Emily Mwikali. YouTube, Amy Asks. Kama uja subscribe, guys, make sure to hit the red button. Subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Mtuambie ni nini you think we should improve, ni nini you think we should talk about. And thank you so much for watching mpaka mwisho. You know, imekuwa minutes ngapi by the way? It's almost 40, right?
It's almost 40,
Ukachini
50.
usikize hii video hadi mwisho.
mchezo.
It's not. So guys, thank you so much. If you've not subscribed, make sure that you hit the red button and subscribe. Enough for today. See you on the next episode. So bye.
Adios.
Adios muchachos.